Just want to make sure visually we're up to date.
Let's
Hello.
look right in here.
Hello.
Yo.
What's going on?
All right, the feed is coming up. Just want to make sure Twitch is not having its problem from last week.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna make a joke, but
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good to go.
All right, we're now live. I'm about to start the local recording, and we can start with all that nonsense. Let me actually mute my phone because that will get annoying.
Oh, I gotta
There
do
we
that
go.
too. I gotta do that too.
Because I know people like to bug me at this time of hour. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start the countdown. Everyone, get on.
All right.
Get ready. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Did you really had to do that though?
What's up, New Game in Order? We back like a juggernaut, bitch. This is Alex, Lexus, Nelson, Chris, and Brother Shinwar. Where'd Nuke go?
I'm sitting right here.
Oh shoot, I don't see him on my screen, but it's all
Cause you
gravy.
blind.
What?
Oh my god. You know
God
what?
damn it!
What the heck?
I'm so many levels of done right now. I can't even.
You know what? On my Skype. You know what? Anyway,
Yeah,
We're
but we see the same Skype, Alex.
no, I can only see you on your knees and Shinwar. I hear Noop, but I don't see him.
Noop is right there.
You know, I'm gonna take a screenshot. But anyway, New Game in Order. We back like a juggernaut,
I'm
bitch.
gonna take a
This
meme
is-
shot.
Yo.
Unbelievable.
Unibeam.
Today is the 19th,
Yep.
2015, coming at you. Those who joined us last week, you know, my computer is shit, but the audio was perfect. And, you know, we still got some good viewership. So thank you to Slinky Jim, who was actually participating on the chat and whatnot. But going around the table, introductions, Brother Noop, opening remarks.
This is Noob 1949. I don't know where he gets Brother Noob from. Hello everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I just picked up Dragon.
You just picked
up
Dragon
now,
and
the
your
team has
mic.
it and they love it, and I've been here. I'm using my Xbox mic. Ain't nothing else I can do about that. Hello.
Oh no.
All right, go ahead.
You're good. So he was introducing that you got the game.
Oh yeah, the game. I'm
What the
running
heck?
around with my character. What is wrong? What?
No, that go.
Oh my god! So it's gonna be one of those nights.
No. We got some
Alright,
good
anyway,
stuff.
just got Dragon Ball Xenoverse because the crew has it and everyone's loving it, so I'm looking forward to that. Got some. I still have a giveaway happening this month for the NGO page and for my own personal page. So basically 2 giveaways. So you have 2 chances to win. It's gonna be a mystery prize. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it'll be something universal that you'll be able to use for something that you might want.
A hand job?
Dang! Oh shit! It is universal. I can't front. So
Yeah, no, Noop set himself up for that one.
You have to redeem your prize in Nevada, way outside Las Vegas, where that kind of thing is legal.
yo,
Unbelievable.
this guy.
All right, but moving on. Shinwar, opening remarks.
Yo, it is, what's today, Thursday?
The 19th.
The 19th. We're expecting a snowstorm tomorrow. Just sitting here watching the Killer Instinct stream with a Cinco. She looks alright. That's all I got.
All right, on your knees, opening comments.
Let me see. ESO went buy to play this week, so if you have a PC, want to check it out, you just had to put down your $60 or whatever discount you can find it at, and no more subscription fee. So go ahead and check it out.
Awesome. And Nelson, any opening comments?
Welcome to
Did he
the
just say his own sale?
What you say?
he said a computer game that he mentioned.
No, on your. Oh, I thought he said.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online went went buy to play this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Now, let me ask you: did they reimburse those who were paying before?
No.
Wrong answer. But Nelson, continue.
What are you talking about,
I won't
Alex? You don't play those
reimburse
kind of
either.
games anyway.
I know, but it's not.
YouTube broke.
Wow.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will end up murdered by next week's podcast. So if I'm not on, look at Alex.
You see, it messed me up. All right, go ahead, Nelson.
Welcome everybody. I am back on the podcast. Last week I had a lot of work-related and personal issues, so I am able to appear this week, thank God. And hopefully we have a good show today. And shout-outs to Playboy. He's in San Antonio, Texas right now.
All right, is Slinky Jim on today?
I don't see his name yet.
All right, he should be showing up soon. But I want to make sure that I plug Full Screen. They had shown me a lot of support with the Nintendo video on the Nintendo NX. So thank you guys. They're going to be hashtagging Full Screen Fam to get more viewership. So thank you.
Got a website, Alex?
Yes, I'll be sending that to you guys, I guess, during intermissions and whatnot. But without further ado, let's get started. Today you're going to get a different variety of topics. There'll be a comic book topic that me and Shinwara will probably go back and forth over.
Oh, is this about a certain episode 41 or issue 41?
Yeah, but
Okay, that's why I said it that way.
Okay.
And Dragon Ball Xenoverse has a glitch. Go ahead.
All right. So first topic, new gaming order: Hideo Kojima and Konami Splitsville. What the hell happened? I mean, I know Free Play Mode had sent something while we were already staging for this podcast, but Kojima to leave Konami after all this time, after the Phantom Pain is done, they do their development, their press, and all that. Now, they're not talking about it. IGN had already covered the news, but what could have been so bad that, like, this powerhouse combination broke up? Now, before we went live, I know we had some theories, so now we're gonna go live with it. But here's my thing: Metal Gear is done. Metal Gear is done. Some of the team members with Kojima Productions, they're so burned by what happened with Konami that they're like, I don't see a working relationship with that company again. Like, what the hell happened? To me, this is the end of an era. And to reduce Kojima to just a simple contractor and all his team members as contractors for everything that team has done for Konami, for this to happen is just blasphemous. So I'm just going to go around the table. Brother Noob, what are your thoughts on... Oh, my bad. Smart Brother. What are your thoughts? My bad. Noob, what are your thoughts on Kojima?
My bad.
What are your thoughts on Kojima parting ways with Konami? They're pulling all the logos and all Kojima Productions and Fox team, and they're pulling all of that off of all the pictures and everything. How is this going to adversely affect the franchise Metal Gear?
Metal Gear will be fine. Konami, I don't know what else you're doing besides Metal Gear to keep your name out there and to stay relevant. It is a shame. It was a long-standing relationship. Clearly, it came down to something, but like with all business, you gotta have that paperwork in place, I don't see how they're able to do this to him, unless, he ain't have that paperwork. Sometimes you get those business relationships, you get too comfortable, they caught him slipping.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, but that's a shame, I mean, this may be the last Metal Gear. If y'all have not played any of the past games, I suggest getting emulators or whatever you can, any HD collections. All that stuff is probably going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
It's like them $400 games we was talking about the other day.
You know what? Don't forget to bring that up in PSAs. That's ridiculous, man. Some of the prices. Unbelievable. Yeah. But, Noob, did you finish making your point on that one?
Yeah, I'm done, man.
All right. This is the same thing that happened to Inafune-san with Capcom. After all he did with Mega Man, and then all of a sudden he's gone from the company, and Capcom still owns the Mega Man IP. Konami still owns Metal Gear. You know what I mean? They'll get another studio to develop or whatnot, but man, look at how loyalty is rewarded. Inafune-san and now Kojima. That's messed up. Really messed up. But Shinwar, what are your thoughts on? I know you're not like a Metal Gear player, but just the whole thing with how this just developed today. Hello, Shinwar?
Shin.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, apparently he didn't hear about it. So, Shinwar, just a quick recap. We know that you don't play Metal Gear Solid too much, but what do you think about the premise of Konami?
Kojima?
About randomly Konami doing that whole sudden leave and disbanding with the company.
Yeah, when Mugen Katsuke actually mentioned it, I immediately thought about Ikatagi.
And Inafune when you were gone, like from Capcom, like
yeah, exactly. I think he should be able to take his property with him and go, but they got him. They got him. You're not taking this, my brother. You got to go, and they kept his stuff. So, I mean, it is also kind of messed up that when they release the future games, like, you won't see Kojima's name added to anything, and I think that's messed up because it takes away from the legacy. Yeah. Just like Inafune and was that Mega Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, the companies,
these people help build. Look at how loyalty is rewarded, man. That is just foul on many levels.
You said these hoes ain't loyal. Hello.
But you know what? You see, it goes to show you that these companies. Look at Seth Killian. He took so much heat. He was the heat shield for Capcom when all the negativity, like, oh, don't do this, hey, blame Seth Killian. I was one of those people, and I feel bad for what I did. You know, I'm like, oh, Seth Killian don't know what he's doing, and whatever. You know, it wasn't him. It was the higher ups. You know, who are out of touch.
You definitely led that charge against Mr. Killian.
But I love that man. You know what I mean? When we met him at Comic-Con, down to earth. You know, good peoples. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's a good guy.
And it's just wow. You know, look what they do to people who. It's like they're stepping on the backs of these people, like Xerxes was doing in 300. And then look, they just cast you aside. It's messed up. You know. But Shinwar, did you finish making your point?
Yeah, no, that was it. I just think it's he should have been allowed to take his property with him. But we know how these industry businesses are. So yeah, they got him.
All right. On your knees, your thoughts.
Yeah. So the noob's point about what Konami is doing, I'm looking on GameFAQs. The only major release I see for 2015 is Metal Gear Solid 5. There's a PSP release for Yu-Gi-Oh!, a couple Wii U releases, and this Pro Yaku Spirits 2015, whatever the hell that is. But otherwise, Konami has nothing going on if this list is accurate.
And also, they have Silent Hills to be released.
To be determined, so who the hell knows when that's happening. But in regards to this, they scorched earth him, man. I was watching that video you put up, Alex, and they disappeared him from the records.
That's messed up.
They hit him with the Chris Benoit, pretty much. No, for real.
That's exactly what they did. They disappeared him. If he was still not working there, they would completely remove him from the records. So you got to wonder what the hell he did.
But Chris, in the video, it was like, remember they were saying they were cutting their internet access and restricting them, putting.
My guess would be. There was a dispute where they wanted in the direction that they want to take the Metal Gear series, or possibly Konami's hurting more than they realize, and Kojima may have made an offer to buy the series off of them, because I'm sure he has enough money to buy it or at least license it. Because if Konami does go belly up, that's that would open up for him to buy it or someone else to buy the IP. But that's just speculation because I don't know their financial standing. I didn't get a chance to do that research.
We knew Capcoms.
Yeah, Konami is very guarded. Like you don't really hear.
Well, is it publicly traded?
I don't know, and I won't act like I know, but I will find out.
Yeah, if it's publicly traded, their data's out there. But some shit went on between Kojima and the heads at Konami. Something nasty went down. They probably would have fired him already if they didn't need him to finish up Metal Gear Solid 5. and the fact that he's under contract.
Yeah.
So something nasty happened. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. But yeah, something big must have went down between them.
Yeah, and to reduce his status from permanent employee to a simple contractor, to him and his team.
Yeah,
that's messed up. That is so messed up.
To go to your point, Alex, they're holding him in the cripple cross space until they can completely Chris Benoit him in January next year.
Man, now here's my thing. Now, Metal Gear Rising 2, it had been somewhat confirmed, and Kojima and the Fox team, they did like the cutscenes and the directing and the writing of the story. Now with them gone, how is that going to affect Platinum Games making this?
Well, if they own the rights, they're still going to do their own thing. But I'll find it hilarious that Kojima releases a new game called Solid Reptile,
or a Hard Reptile or something. But
or not so Metal Gear, or not so Metal Cog or something.
But you know what? They'll end up getting sued because now it looks like it's bitterness going on between his former, umbrella or his house and him. And you know what? I think also too, Kojima has been with Konami for so long, the higher ups might have changed, and their vision for Metal Gear may have been different than outgoing people. Who knows? But yeah, there was definitely some striking of the match, and the fire got lit. But Nelson, your thoughts to bring this segment to an end.
Okay, just to answer your question, Chris, from NYC Playboy 78, Konami is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, so their information is out there.
All right, I'll look that up now.
Yeah. Also, to back up on several of you guys' answers and stuff, it's already been said that Konami and Kojima will still be working in Metal Gear Solid related things in the future. So that is not dead. In-house, otherwise, he is no longer a permanent employee of Konami Entertainment. He is now a contractor due to some big corporate changes within the actual company to tie into the times that every other company is doing now, such as the whole updating themselves so they can release the game faster, go into the whole fix later, do half-ass now kind of shit,
unbelievable,
and stuff like that.
That could be it too. That could be the direction.
So they're updating their their corporate
hierarchy.
scale, right? They're updating their corporate scale, so they're getting up to date with everyone. Because they were still behind. They were still considered one of the unique companies that will take its time to finish its product and release it
and do a AAA title,
right? So now that might not be the case no more. And apparently Kojima and some of the other employees from Metal Gear Solid 5 are upset about this because this was random. This was like, boom. But Kojima did mention this is his last Metal Gear Solid game regardless if he was leaving the company or not. This was his last one that he will actually work on. There will be other people taking over to keep the Metal Gear franchise going however they want of whatever in the bitter future. And as like, not as a joke, but a couple of fans mentioned like the what if possibility. If Kojima does leave with the team that he has of Kojima Productions, they might make a company called Outer Heaven.
That'd be hot, bro. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that. But they don't have Metal Gear as their, But I mean, we'll see.
But we'll definitely see. And he said, Playboy said that the net income is $37,000 as of March 2014 for the company. I guess for the stock market.
I'm looking at some numbers here. It's not in a good format for me to read. I'd have to do some digging, but they're only down 6 cents today. When did this news hit?
Today.
Today, actually.
Do you know what time?
No, not really.
If it was after 4:30, trading would have stopped.
Now, here's my thing. Overall, like, you see, Nelson made a good point, and I think Noop and Shinwar will agree. We are now in an era where AAA titles aren't really appreciated anymore. They want to push these games out super fast, and fix it later. And Konami has never been known to put out, like, anything
broken titles.
Because, like, the only disappointment was Lords of Shadow 2 and that stupid ending. Like, what the hell?
That game had a glitch too, where I was trying to get a side quest done before I played the last mission.
Yeah.
And when I went to a certain spot in the game, it would black out and freeze.
Yeah, the PC one was like that too. Like Mercury
Kind of like
Steam-
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah. Bless you, Nelson.
Thank you.
But the thing with this is like Konami has always put out quality. I mean, the first Lords of Shadow was like a damn epic Lord of the Rings meets Castlevania. It was on a dynamic scale. And now for Konami to be reconfiguring itself to do rapid, development and deployment of these games at the cost of quality, Nelson, Shinmore, and NGO staff, it's sad that we are going to really have to transition because quality games will go away. And thank God Quantum Break is coming out because that looks like
that game looks good.
Yeah, I mean a AAA title, like you don't rush. You can't rush that.
Triple H.
Unbelievable. But games like Lost Odyssey, like the cutscenes and how that's put together, like that's a dying craft. And you know what? The gamers of today are really missing out. But then again, it's the microwave society, as Shinwar and Noop said. Like they want that quick turnaround. They can't stay on something for too long. You know what I mean? And the short attention span is just sickening. But that's all I got on this. Anybody want to any alibis before we get ready for the
alibi?
Well, I just hope that Kojima makes the right decision move for himself and for the people who do follow in his footsteps after Metal Gear Solid 5 is released on September 1st, the day before my birthday. Yeah. And hopefully Konami doesn't make a dumb move, since you guys did remove his name and his company's rights out of every fan of Metal Gear Solid 5 and other future games.
But yet they're gonna work on future Metal Gear related stuff. But you're removing his branding from everything
because
that he worked on.
That he's considered a contract now, so that was the given reason for them to actually do that, since he's not an actual resident employee of the company no more.
Wrong answer. Because if I am as an artist, I made something, right, and I put my signature on there, and because I'm not making art for you anymore, you're gonna take off something that's indicating that I made it. That's wrong. I
mean,
I
he
don't
can
agree
fight
with that.
for it. He can fight for it, but I don't know how far he's
No,
gonna take it.
he would lose. He would lose. Look what happened with Gears of War, Cliff Brzezinski, and Epic, and all that. Microsoft took Halo, took Gears of War, and no matter what they did for those franchises,
they got him.
Indeed, they got him good.
Shut up.
But that's sad. I mean, since the MSX, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation with the Solid series, all the way up to now, to see an end of an era like that, that's very, very sad. And it's business. It's business. I don't know what else to say on it. But that's all I got. Anybody?
Nope.
All right, shout out to NYC Playboy for checking us out as always.
Also, Micah Hurdle's in the chat. He said hello like some time ago.
Oh,
what up, Mike?
What you got in your crib, Mike? What's going on? So yeah, that's his thing for Salty Gamers. But make sure you check out Salty Gamers whenever he does Late Night with Akuma. It's always a interesting thing. He does great breakdown videos and training sessions, so check him out. All right, so for our YouTube people, we're going into intermission. Make sure you check out the rest of our topics. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on full screen, newgamingorder.com, where we hub all our information. And, we'll see you on the next segment. For those of you checking us out live, hang tight. You'll get to see all the extra stuff on the raw cut of this podcast, all right? So, we out like the Juggernaut. We'll be back for the next segment. Peace.
All right, you guys have a good intermission.
Microwave games, yo.
Also, I would like to take into the next topic, if you don't mind. I want to bring up that topic of that whole demo crisis that we spoke about last time. Remember with the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes and the whole Final Fantasy Type Zero thing? Yeah. I would like to do that.
Wait, what demo crisis?
Yeah, Nelson will tell you. Hold on.
It's basically, okay, you know how a lot of fans of the Metal Gear Solid franchise said that Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes was so short and felt like a demo, and you paid like almost $40. But people go around and buy Final Fantasy Type Zero, which is a $60 game, just to play the demo, which is only about an hour and a half long. And there's no complaints. I just don't understand that, so I want to address that.
Type 0, 1 second.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Type 0 was a mobile release of...
it was PSP, I believe. And then there was actually a fan translation, and as soon as they completed the fan translation, DMCA, cease and desist, they got taken down. I think it was completed when they got the takedown notice.
Right.
But then they're pointing it on either 360 and 3 or PS4 and Xbox Bone or Xbone. I forget which one, but they did finally give it a US release on those.
Yeah, I mean the game is out. Like it's officially been out since I think last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or this Tuesday. I can't really recall. But I just find it kind of ridiculous, like how people will shit on Metal Gear, and mind you, it can be.
And historically, how long have the games taken the beats?
Oh, my God.
Do we start this next thing? Or?
No. We're still.
We can rehash this, but yeah. I remember Metal Gear Solid. You could beat it in under 2 hours, just like the Resident Evils or Metroid.
Yeah, I mean, if you skip all the cutscenes, that's the majority of cutscene games. You can beat them a lot faster than it's intended, but.
The Order,
and that's another one.
Did any of our guys play The Order?
I played it. I've actually played it. I played it on the share play for the PS4. Like someone shared their controller specs with me, and I was able to play at least like half an hour of the game. It's okay. I mean, I wish the game was a lot longer, but.
Yeah, I heard what's in the game is good, but otherwise it's just too damn short.
Yeah.
And there's no online, which is like almost impossible to pull off unless you're gonna do like a Final Fantasy or Metal Gear type thing.
A game like that though, is comparable to Rise, but even Rise had some sort of longevity in terms of online. I know Noob, you had bash hammered it with the whole thing,
the
but
online is not that good for Rise.
It's
bash hammered.
It's not that good, but at least it had it. Even
if it had it was a waste of space. I mean, Shinwa could tell you that we decimated all the missions in like less than 20 minutes. It was
when me and Nelson went through that.
Now you know what they need to do: support it with DLC. You know what I mean?
But they only had they didn't have that much DLC for it.
It was just outfits, and that's it, I think. And probably one loot level. I think that's it.
Yeah.
They could extend the life of that game, but the Order, that's sad that it's what it is. But
all right.
So whatever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna start up the next one. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, what's going on? I'm going to be taking over this portion of the podcast, so welcome back for your YouTubers and also for our live viewers that's watching on Twitch. I would like to talk about something that actually kind of pissed me off recently, because we just recently had a game that came out. I believe it was just this past Tuesday. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly the specified date. But Final Fantasy Type 0 has been released for the next gen, whether if you got it on the Xbone or the PlayStation 4. And of course it comes bundled if you get the pre-order version of Final Fantasy 15. I believe it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour demo of playtime of what you can do in the game. You see a couple of things and so on. But my point is, a lot of people has been bashing Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and called it a $40 demo, when everyone is only talking about playing the very first mission, not the 5 side missions, not the 2 free DLC missions, or any other replayable things to do in the game. And they bashed that shit to hell. And what happened? Konami had to drop the price by $20. But yet, you guys buy a $60 fucking game just to play the demo and toss aside Final Fantasy Type 0. The majority of you.
Nelson, you want to know why?
There shouldn't be any reason why. That's kind of fucked
up.
No,
there's a reason.
What?
They're fanboys.
We have mad fanboys for Metal Gear. Like, okay, my thing is, I have a friend that doesn't have a PlayStation 4, but he still bought the game. Which I can see he'll probably play it sometime in the future. That's fine, whatever. But I've seen people on YouTube, and I've seen, like, actual other bullshit streams where the person will get the game, they had the disc, and they threw it in the trash immediately just to play the demo. They didn't care about the game. They literally threw it in garbage.
But you know what? Some people were doing that with what was that? Freaking.
Wait, I have a question.
Zone of Enders and Metal Gear Rising, the first. You know, they would just get it and throw it away and just.
Well, oh, you know what else they did that with? And one of the games that got, I don't know, they started it. That Crackdown Halo.
Yeah. Just to try and push that, you know, the Crackdown out. But Crackdown sucked, man. You see where it is now.
No, we got another game coming out. Talking about see where it is. Hello.
Why are they putting a demo for a Konami game with a SquareSoft game?
No, it's not a Konami game though. That's the.
Well, isn't Metal Gear Konami?
Yeah, but it released as its own title. Like if you was to go on Steam right now, you can buy Ground Zeroes, like the game, but they're calling it a demo. Like the entire game, they're calling it a demo because the fans only play the very first mission, and the mission could take anywhere from 40-50 minutes tops if you're playing casually.
No, but wasn't the demo you're talking about? That's for the new Metal Gear coming out later this year, right?
Well,
no, that was the prologue.
No, that's the prologue. But people are calling it a demo because they thought that it was too short, and they thought that was gonna be like the Phantom Pain, like the whole entirety of the game.
But they said that it wasn't. And this game, Ground Zeroes, for those of you who don't know, it's a taste of the gameplay that the Phantom Pain is going to give you. Now, with that, it wasn't a demo because, like Nelson said, it had those side missions. It's open world. It's not like a linear Metal Gear like the original where you had to do everything in sequential order. Or, hey, go here, go there. You're out there in like a real tactical environment, so if you miss something, you miss it. Now, if they laid it all in ABC order for you, then Nelson, that's the type of gaming that they're used to.
Yeah, then you'll actually have a valid claim on it. But my whole point is, before I give everyone else the floor, why would you say and criticize Metal Gear Solid when they specifically told you guys that this is a sample or a taste, but you still get to play the missions, we'll give you free updates and everything. Even after you guys complained, they even lowered down the price. I don't know how much more you want. And then Type O comes out, which apparently either came out for mobile or PSP. Like I said, I don't remember. Game retail for $60 straight. Came with the demo if you pre-ordered it, and you guys did not bother to play Type 0. But you rather play the demo of Final Fantasy 15 and spend $60 to acquire this demo.
They're fanboys. That's what it boils down to.
That to me, that's like waste of fucking money. If that was the case, you could have just went on eBay, went on Craigslist, and just bought the demo separately from the game, or got a code or some shit like that, instead of buying Type 0 and wasting your money on possibly a really good game from which I've seen in the trailer. The game looks amazing, Type 0, especially the new mechanics that you go about. It's fucking insane. Like a lot of people's comparing it to Attack on Titan scenery. Like the same like time period and the clothing and stuff like that. Game looks fucking great, but let me stop because I can go on about this forever. So we're gonna start in random order. We'll start off with On Your Knees. What do you think about this?
I'm first. I'm honored that you picked me to go first. I'm gonna go with Alex on this one. It's all the fanboys.
Okay.
You know, they're going to buy $60 a game, which probably is pretty good on its own, and just throw it out because they're not a fan of the genre or what have you. But, you know, just like anything else, the fanboys are the hardest ones to please. They're the first ones to drop down their money, then they're the first ones to bitch when they got ripped off. So, you know, I figured they would have learned the first, 30 times this happened, but... You know, they enjoy being the center of attention. Oh, look at me. Look what I did. I paid money for this demo. Yay.
Yeah, and you know what?
Boo-hoo, you didn't put all that in there. What am I going to do?
Yeah, they put it in there, all right.
Pause.
What?
Not the way you like, Alex.
No, what I mean, the company's ramming them up the butt. That's what I meant.
Yeah, just like how you like it, in your butt.
Unbelievable.
Yo, he said, in your butt. Oh my lord! And then he gets off the camera. This guy.
I couldn't do that last
The
week, so I had
views
to do it
expressed by some of the employees of New Gaming Order are not the views of all members.
Except for Noob.
No,
Oh.
especially Noob.
All right, so
that's all I got.
okay.
All right, can I jump in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pause.
Yeah.
Shut up. He got me too. But here's the thing.
Pause. It said he got me.
Yo, but what about the Dragon Balls, Alex?
What?
You need to go get your Dragon Balls.
I'm not playing that game right now.
No, we know how obsessed you are with balls from Comic-Con.
You know what? It's time. This is it.
This took a dark turn to like unbelievable. But back on topic,
Yo, we need to talk about that unbelievable thing too. Yo.
Yes,
Come on,
yes we
go
do.
ahead.
Yes we do.
But check it out. Here's the thing with that, right, Nelson? Fanboys, you can't reason with them. Remember what Android 16 said about Cell when Gohan was about to go level 2? There's some people reasoning and logic will just not reach them. Like you bought ground zeros, right?
yeah.
Ground
It sounded like
it wasn't even full retail price, right?
no. It was only like $39.99, but you did sound like you said in your butt just now.
I didn't say that.
It did sound like
You know
it.
what?
Yo,
Can we
chill
stop
with all
talking
that.
about
Come on,
buttons?
man.
What the heck? But a full retail. It wasn't even full retail for that game, right?
Yeah.
$40 or whatever. But yet these other folks, fanboys of the Final Fantasy for that demo, paid $60. Not even playing the game that they paid for, but just to get that disc. You know, so they can't throw stones at other folks. And not to say that they did, but, you know, the other ones who are the hecklers out there, you know, like, oh, yeah, you know, $40 demo, yet you got a $60 demo right there because you didn't even buy the thing with the intent of playing the game that was intended to be pushed out there. You know, it was just a promotion to sell titles. You know, eventually somebody's going to do a JTAG and dump it, or they're going to do something where they can get the demo by itself. You know, but it's unfortunate, you know, but
they should have just
fanboys.
released it as like a separate release then, or just like go on like the main website, pay like, you know, $10-20 for the fucking code and just adopt it to the console that you want it for.
But then again, that's paying for a demo.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no
I
way
mean,
around
but
it.
the thing is though, you're spending $60 to get an actual good game to feature with a demo and throw the good game out just to play the demo.
No,
Like,
but
how fucked up that
that's
is,
probably
though.
not everybody though.
No, I'm not saying like every single person on the planet did that, but the majority of people who's on Twitch and some people that's on YouTube, that's what they have done. And I
that
kind of
is a
find
waste.
that very wasteful because that company actually made the efforts to bring an imported title to the Western, you know, to us.
Yeah, I get you.
On
I
the
get
Western side, and you just tarnished that because you wanted Final Fantasy 15 for the last how many years now?
I think it's like 9 years into production. It's something crazy.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because
that's-
it was called Final Fantasy 13 Versus in the
Yeah.
past.
I think it was in production before 14 was in production. So
Look at that.
Yeah, that's how it's been.
Unbelievable.
Hey.
Look at that. And then all of a sudden you just toss the shit aside like if it's a, you know, a piece of candy.
That's gonna suffer the Duke Nukem Forever thing. Like,
I
you know,
hope not.
Duke Nukem is, I think, 14 years.
Yeah.
and
about
it sucked
14.
ass.
I mean,
That's-
it had its funny stuff. It had its funny stuff.
Maybe 10 years ago would have, but not in 2014.
Right.
All right.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay, so Shinwar, your thoughts on that?
I agree with you guys. It's these have games, yo, demos, and the games being like 5 hours long, and they trying to stretch it. And what happened to games being quality games? And like you said, Nelson, you know, now they're just basically, oh, let's just get it out. We'll fix it later. That model has to stop because a lot of games are doing it. And you know, and we can blame the internet for it.
No, I blame
You
the
know-
investors. The investors want them to put the game out, so I want a return on my money. That's what it is.
Right, but it's easier for them to say, you know what, let's get it out, we'll patch it later. And just on a sidebar, remember Mortal Kombat 9? You know how many updates that game's seen with the revisions and changes? So because it's easy, and a lot of people now, they're doing silent updates. You know, where they can just do it and you won't even know it unless you see a change log. So, you know, I mean, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Okay, that's a very good point. I mean, as I said again, it's just very sad for people just compare the two when, like I said, you have a lot to offer on a lot of games, just depending on its you know, variety of, like, you know, the gamer and stuff. But, you know, it all boils down to an opinion. I'm not trying to state like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You know, it is your money after all. Lastly, Noop, what do you have to say about this topic?
Kind of play devil's advocate. You know, at least initially you paid full price. You paid for a full game. I mean, once you buy a game, it's up to you whether or not you really play it, you know. I do think demos need to be released more regularly because that was a very big thing back in the day. Yeah, man, like, but a lot of companies, and I don't understand the logic, they quit releasing demos because they said people wouldn't buy the game because they kept playing the demo. And that's where you start getting, that's when we started getting these time demos, like, what's the thing? Dead Rising. I just downloaded the Dead Rising demo for Xbox One. You can only play it 3 times.
And what's the name was time too? Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't get that. Like, the demo's supposed to give the person one good section of the game, an exciting section, and then that's it. I don't see how me having a 5 or 10 or 15 minute demo will prevent me from buying the full title, especially knowing that there's more for me to do if I were to get the full title.
Because they know the game might suck, and if they play the demo, they won't buy it.
And I think that's part of it. But then again, how about you just not make the game suck? Yeah, let's actually make a good game.
Oh, that's too logical, Noob. That's too much.
But in regards to the demo, I forgot who it was. It was Capcom. Capcom said it. The reason they don't release demos for their games because it takes away the resources from the actual game. It
costs money, and they don't see no money off of it. You know, because they have to set a team to do that. You know, take this part and port this in and do that, and it's its own thing. Like once it's out there, they can update it again.
But if you notice, what they're doing now is they're getting betas now. So you know the Street Fighter V beta. They had what game was that? Evolve. Evolve had a beta, even though it was a closed beta. And that's another thing. They gotta stop. Yo, they're making these closed betas and then immediately opening them. Oh no, I'm like, now listen, I don't feel special if I've been picked. You know what I'm saying?
The point of an open beta is to stress test. That's the point of open betas.
No, but the thing is, though, a lot of people bitched and complained when it was a closed beta. Oh, I can't get it. Why he got it? How come I didn't get an email? Alex. And that's the reason why they made it open.
Unbelievable.
But to alleviate that, a lot of games can do what Dead or Alive and Killer Instinct did. Give a free-to-play or reduced cost version so I can at least try the game to see if I want to buy it. Because, I mean, my days of blindly going to buy a $65 game, well, $51 with my Best Buy membership. Those days, I'm done, yo.
Do you work for Best Buy?
Free advertisement? Hold on, yo.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship. Shut up. Well, no, definitely not off of this video after the stuff we said.
I'm getting off.
Yo, you gonna get the video flagged, yo? What are you doing? Oh my God.
We'll talk offline.
And the reason my buyer mentality has changed is because it goes back to the whole microwave system. You pop this game out, and you know it's not finished. I pay full price, but I don't have the full product. I can't handle that, yo.
I'll just put it like this: you go to a car dealership, the car's supposed to work. Oh, you're not gonna get the wheel. It's not. You know, you have to pay extra. Wait a minute. Your radio doesn't work. You have to pay extra for that. Oh no, you need.
No, the air conditioning's not ready. You're gonna get the next month.
You can't. That's the business model that became an issue with this generation. And you know, going back to the main point with folks in the demo and all that other stuff. The gaming community is accepting all this bad practice, and we do nothing to fix it.
And in its defense, in just a little bit, not really in its defense, in cases like, and I'll just use Killer Instinct, they continuously patch it, but they're patching it for improvements because they're adjusting the gameplay to new characters and things they want to add. You know what I'm saying? It's not to fix something that's broken. That I don't have a problem with. You know what I mean? But when you put out a game that is not ready, it's like, screw y'all, we just want your money.
Yo, they did Shawn Michaels Triple H to the DX, but
what?
No comment. My bad.
I don't know.
This is why we need a soundboard so I can play Car Crash when he tells bad jokes.
God damn.
I to say.
All right, so let me read up some comments real quick off of the Twitch. We have someone named Juan Up. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm not trying not to butcher your name. He's mentioned that gamers just don't know what they want anymore. And this is the age of gaming the base game enough to play and feel like it was worth the price should be ready available anywhere. If you like it, buy it. DLC to be expanded. Okay, I kind of didn't understand all that, but you made a somewhat of a good point. They're just trying to push it to the point where fans will like it to that extent, to force it upon you to buy it and then tease you extra with DLC, such as when Alex got Asura's Wrath. He liked the game. He played the demo, game came out, he liked it, but then when he heard there was DLC to finish the actual game, he was irate that he had to spend another $20, $30 almost.
It was like $8 or something like that, but with the other DLC. But here's the thing, you don't do DLC like that when it's part of the main game. That's why I was hot. And you know what?
This is another.
Yeah, go ahead.
To touch on what the viewer said, it's not. See, first of all, it's not about gamers don't know what they want. The basis of a video game is someone having an idea and creating it and sharing it with other people. It's theirs. You know what I mean? Either you get down with that idea or you don't. We don't dictate what these guys, quote unquote, create or make. You know what I mean? The companies that do that don't tend to put out good products. Like Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto are great open world games, but there have been other franchises who just tried to bite off of that because they're like, oh, people like open world games, let's make one. No, those games have elements and they had a creative idea behind it that we truly fell in love with, and that's why we rocked with it. So I don't think it's about the gamers not knowing what they want. It's about the companies putting out, crappy products just for the sake of, oh, this is trendy, or we see that people like doing this in this type of game. Well, let's make sure to add that. And that's when you started getting companies biting off of each other, poking fun at each other in their games because they're just copying each other, based off of what we actually enjoy. When in actuality, the originators are the ones who gave us the content that we truly love. I mean, it's all about the creativity. As long as you're doing something creative and innovative in gaming, I think it'll always be successful. You know what I mean? Rather than rehashing or just trying to make better what someone else has already done. It's like the creativity is being sucked out of it, and it's just like a grind of business, like a fast food restaurant, man. It's what the heck? Like
an assembly line. But, Noob, to challenge part of your point, the fighting game community, FGC, as the acronym is so eloquently put out, but the fighting game community, that's the group that really is particular. They know what they want in terms of how they want a game to feel, behave, things like that. But yet, on the flip side, they're never pleased. But they know what they want. But I think there's specific groups that know, hey, this is what I like in the game, and so on and so forth. Fighting game community kind of is like the exception to the rule. But then again, they can fall into that, hey man, they're never pleased, and they they don't know what they want type of stuff. So
yeah, and there was also the same person who mentioned this on Twitch. Has another comment saying that they make games based on what people buy.
Yeah, of course. Just like the commercials and all the ads that Zuckerberg on Facebook. Like,
what'd you call him? What'd you call him?
Zuckerberg.
But,
Zuckerberg.
Like,
oh my god.
If you look at how people are tracking your internet browsing habits, and then you see ads based off of what you visit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, that's the same thing. Like if they see games or fighting games are selling well, you know, a whole bunch of fighting games are gonna come out. If you see a racing game like Forza or freaking Gran Turismo or whatnot, you're gonna see a lot of.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. He just validated my point. That originator who made it from an original idea and made everyone fall in love with those types of games is what I'm looking for. Not the person who said, "Oh, they're buying fighting games. Let's make a fighting game." 9 times out of 10, that game's gonna suck. You know what I mean? You can't. That's not a true reflection of a gamer's opinion. That's you trying to make quick money and it didn't work.
Cash cowing it.
Yeah, they exactly.
That's like when Mortal Kombat came out, and then we had all the other the copycats after.
What was that one on Xbox where you could break people's arms and then the arm was still broken in the next match?
Yeah, what was that? Jade something? It was that fighting game. No, not Jade Destiny.
Jade Empire.
Or
not Jade
oh wait, or you had what was that? Way of the Warrior for 3DO? Gosh, that game sucked.
Yeah.
Well, what was China Warrior? Didn't that come out for TurboGrafx?
China War? Oh my god.
This is so starting to become like a stereotype thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put this topic to a close because we're going way over the time limit. So Alex, you can take it away for the YouTubers and stuff.
All right, for our YouTube folks, make sure you check us out on newgamingorder.com. Again, newgamingorder.com. Check us out on if you go there, you'll see the Twitter, the Facebook, and all that good stuff. Thank you to Fullscreen, our partner, for helping us with exposure. Make sure you check out Fullscreen. I'm gonna be plugging them a lot more in the future. Make sure I got that one too. I got that one. Unbelievable. I can't. Listen, I'm
Alright, New Gaming Order fans, you guys, we're going to take a brief intermission and we'll be right back. Something tells me I missed something really good. I wasn't
Alex said, he said, shout out to Fullscreen, my partner. I'm going to be plugging them a lot more in the future.
You know what?
So you like to give and receive, Alex?
Oh,
I can't.
shit! Oh shit!
I'm over here crying. He said it with so much passion.
Unbelievable.
I can't. I swear.
Oh my god. Alex.
Oh shit!
What the hell?
Like a lot more in the future.
Unbelievable.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
I can't recover from that one.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna be plugging them a lot.
Why is it? Let me ask you. Why is it that I get caught, like, what was that, with a heart off your chest? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I get caught? You know what I'm saying?
It's your reactions, Alex.
It happens to everybody, man.
Oh god!
But that's twice. In like, how long we've been doing this?
That was a good one though. It just came out of nowhere. I think that's why it was funny. And nobody said anything. I just started laughing. I didn't even want to draw attention to it. I was trying to let you close out the session.
Well, Chris had to close it for me. I had to walk on. I'm like,
I'm like, bro,
plugging them a lot more in the future.
If I was paying attention, I probably would have said something.
Now, New Gaming fans who are checking out the Director's Cut, that this is on intermission. We love all people, and we don't want to offend any gamers that are of that lifestyle. He just made a joke, We're just playing nice. It's all good. You know,
We are extremely
my
politically
God.
incorrect here, especially me, the token racist. So we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because he said plug him. I don't care if it's male or female. That junk was funny.
I
I'm gonna be
know,
plugging
you know,
him a lot more in the future. That junk was funny, yo.
you know what? I didn't even know what to say.
We can't even be adults.
I don't think we can start the next section here.
Yeah, the last thing is the Gears of War stuff.
He's scared to talk, yo. He's stuttering.
Gears of War.
Man, I feel
Gears
like
of War,
Pacquiao versus Marquez. Like, the flag
Oh
knockdown.
shoot, yo, her stage ultra, though, was messed up.
Oh really?
Oh wow.
You know, I have to check it out.
It's a
Yo.
live stream that's happening right now on Iron Galaxy.
Yo.
Oh, you know what? Then we'll finish up so I can check that out.
I mean, you can watch the
Yo.
archive, Alex. It's not.
She's
going
like in a
anywhere.
graveyard, and the zombies came up and pulled her down, and she's trying to fight, and then the character comes and kicks him back down. Oh, that's hot, yo.
Oh, that's like Undertaker's intro when he was going up against CM Punk, where they had like the hand trying to pull him down when he was walking up the apron. Remember that year, Shinmore?
Yeah, hold on. Who's
Yeah,
that
that's pretty
video?
cool.
Hold on.
Okay, I think I had a good laugh for the night. We're gonna
Yeah.
start up the next topic, Alex. I don't know which one you're gonna.
It's the Gears of War, and you know what Microsoft could be doing with potential directions with the series.
All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! New game in order. We back like the juggernaut, bitch. I am recovering from something that happened on the director's cut for YouTube folks.
Oh no, that was on the YouTube as well.
It was?
Yeah. So you guys will be getting a special treat. You guys will be getting a special treat on part 2 of the podcast.
Unbelievable. You know what? That I'm gonna edit that out.
No, you're not, because I got the raw video. You ain't doing nothing.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Pause.
You said pause and I did it.
No, I'm saying because of what I said. I had to
Yeah,
stop
all right.
myself.
But new gaming order. The Gears of War franchise has Microsoft or has Epic did a conclusive story where it's difficult for Microsoft and Black Tusk Studios to do something with the franchise. Now, apparently, here's my take on it. You got some games like The Order and a couple other titles that should have been out for the launch of these new consoles. Gears of War is one of them. And, you know, a lot of us are hoping for a Gears of War re-release of the original trilogy, minus Gears of War Judgment, because it did the worst in terms of sales. But where does Gears of War go from that definitive ending in Gears of War 3? You know, should they do prequels, interquels? Should they be doing side stories from a perspective of another character or another team? You know, it's just... You know, I saw an article on 8 directions that Gears of War can go into with Black Tusk Studios, but I just want to see the original trilogy re-released. Hopefully, not in the same manner with issues like Halo Master Beef Collection, Chief Collection. That's our little inside joke, but they need to get a Gears of War out on Xbox One pronto. Hurry up, get it out there. So. I'm going to start with Noop, and we'll work our way down, since Noop is a big fan of the series. Noop, your thoughts on what Microsoft needs to do with the Gears of War franchise as it stands right now?
First of all, take as much caution as possible, because it has the potential to be the next epic series as Halo was. You know, Halo is beloved, it's survived 3 consoles. You know, and it's gonna, when Halo drops, you're gonna sell 1 million copies. I don't know that Gears has that steam anymore because of Judgment, but I agree with Alex. We do deserve, not want, we deserve a Gears collection. I want the original trilogy. Story wise, I wouldn't mind Judgment. I wouldn't mind Judgment in HD because I would play the story. Multiplayer wise, I would say follow the formula of Gears of War 3, which balanced a lot of things out. A lot of people love Gears of War 1, but
I think that was the best one. It was the most fun for me.
It wasn't the best in my opinion because everyone just used a shotgun. You had no reason to use any other weapon. It was really a shotgun fest. It was fun though, but I think 3 really balanced it out the most. But yeah, I just want an HD re-release of the first 3. If Judgment's in there, cool. If not, I don't care. Get the multiplayer right, of course. Like that was like the core. You know what I mean? Get the story was awesome, but get the multiplayer right. As far as the future goes, I was reading on Games Radar. I think a prequel trilogy would be best because there's still a lot of unanswered questions, like as to exactly where the Locust came from.
Yeah.
Some of the battles between the different human factions, like you had in Judgment, you know, a Russian-esque character named Paddock who fought with the rebels, and it's like, well, what were y'all fighting over in the first place? So it's like, unless you go read the books, there's a whole lot of human history within the franchise that we know nothing about and we never will. So you could go in that direction. So that's what I think they should do, because I mean you can't go forward, because I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who never played it, but the game ended pretty definitively. I don't see any way you can have a plot twist to where it could keep going. So that's just my opinion on it. Microsoft, take your time. Black Tusk, take your time. Do the right thing, because this can be that franchise that y'all can eat off of for the next 2 or 3 console generations.
Oh, and shout out to Quasi. He know. Yeah. You know, I don't want to put too much info out, but yeah, that's a good friend on our friends list who has some info with Black Tusk Studios. So shout out to you. All right, so Shinwar, your thoughts?
I think they should re-release the trilogy. It has become a main staple on the 360, just like Halo. I wasn't very much into the story, but I think moving forward, unless they can come up with a good story, like you guys said, give us a different angle or perspective from the other teams and groups, throughout the course. Instead of just Marcus Phoenix, because there's so many lovable characters and iconic characters that you can say, you know what was this guy doing, before he joined up, with the rest of the group, or, where are they at now or whatever. So I think it'll work out. I think it could be done.
Okay. On your knees, your thoughts?
I really only played the first one. So
Unbelievable.
I was never into the series. What can I say?
No, I know.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
And given the fact that I'm of the opinion that the Halo series has degraded in quality massively since the first one, I think they should just let the series be. Leave it dead, leave it finished, and just move on to something new.
Or start a new IP. I was thinking that, you don't want to mess it up. They should just commemorate it, re-release it, expand it, make it look better, add some bells and whistles to it, and then just leave that bookend where it is and move on.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad as long as I get the original 3. I'm good.
Okay, and Nelson, bring us home.
I mean, sorry. I definitely am in favor for the re-release or an HD version of Gears of War, because I myself like the series. Part 1 was fantastic, even if you played it on the PC. Very good, polished game. Part 2, not so much, because it had a lot of flaws with its multiplayer.
Yeah.
Story was good, and then 3 kind of fixed everything, where both multiplayer and story mode was on point, and you was more immersed into the action. So I'm all in favor for it. I hope it does get a release in some shape or form, whether if it's the exact port or like a Halo Master Chief Collection where they up the frame rate, graphics, sharpness, whatever the hell. And hopefully with the new IP of Gears of War, it gets taken to a much more better direction, whether if they decide to go from the beginning of all of what happened with, Marcus Phoenix's dad during his time period.
Yeah.
Or, something completely new. So... Well,
now, I also want to confirm that the IGN article says no Master Chief... No, not Master Chief. Marcus Phoenix collection. But there's a Project S. What that means, we don't know yet. But that kind of bursts our bubble in terms of wanting to have a collective initial trilogy. So, how do you respond to that, Nelson?
I would not like to hear that kind of news. I mean, you need to basically show your fans that the game can be redone in a better sense, and there's a lot of people in demand for the game. I mean, it's not like only just one person wants it. There's thousands of fans out there that actually like the trilogy, and a lot of people mentioned that they wanted a remake because of how well, in a sense, not fully, in a sense, Master Chief Collection has did with the idea of, increasing the frame rate, sharpness, and so on. Because it's always that what if. What if you redone the game in a 60 frame per second instead of 30? Like how much better, how the gameplay would dynamically change. A perfect example, The Last of Us.
How it would change the experience.
Yeah, the perfect example, The Last of Us. It was locked in at 30 frames per second on the PS3. You gave it 60 frames on the PS4, and everyone was like, oh shit, I didn't know I had to dodge like immensely that timing or react in a certain way. And they still give you the option to play it in 30 frames for people who didn't really give, too much of a damn about that significant change. But I just hope, something good comes out of it and they don't disappoint the fans such as Noob and myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
And it'll not releasing an HD remix will hurt the new people, because you got a lot of new people who probably heard of Gears of War but have never had a chance to play the series or never took the time to get into the series, and it's heavily story driven. Like, that's one of those games where if you haven't played the past ones, if you skip 1 and play 2, you're really not gonna know what's going on. I think 3 was the one, or it was either 3 or Judgment, that had like cutscenes you could watch from previous games or something like that.
That's cool.
Because it's so story driven. So it's like, I'm gonna want to play that though. The cutscene's not good enough. I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I could play that game, and everyone's not gonna want to dust off the 360. So
yeah, I think it was Judgment to answer that backwards cutscene thingy. I think it was Judgment.
Yeah.
Well, that should be a practice that games with extensive, iterations in its series needs to have like a wrap up, like Metal Gear did, where they had the briefings, and you could go back and like, oh, this is what happened in Shadow Moses. This is what happened on the Nintendo games. What this is why this person's like this, or so on and so forth.
And not to be the dead horse, but y'all, and I know part of the reason is financial and wanting to move forward, but a lot of these problems would be solved if y'all kept up with backwards compatibility, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
But you see, you know what? The ones that they know that they're not gonna, revisit, make those backwards compatible. Give those special treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not getting a Gears of War collection, right? Make those backwards compatible or whatever. The freaking streaming service that's supposed to, the Arcadia, that's supposed to make everything intertwine with Windows 10 or whatever. But that remains to be seen. But I just think that Microsoft is in a situation where the original people that handled Halo, Bungie, no longer working on Halo. Epic working on Gears of War, not working on Gears anymore. They're in an odd predicament. But it remains to be seen. So that's all I got. Anybody have any alibis before PSAs? All right, Nelson, I know you got some PSAs, so...
Damn, he instantly just, pointed out to me. Yeah, I got several PSAs. One to mention, as what Shinwar is actually still viewing now, is Iron Galaxy. They're showing off their new character, I think Hisako, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. And they're showing various gameplays of the Stage Ultra, changes within the entire roster, 2.5. They're also showing, hopefully, if they get enough viewers, Agnos' accessories, and also Retro Raptor's classic outfit. So if you guys like Killer Instinct Season 2, check that. Another PSA is, if you guys don't know already, Jason Voorhees is coming to MKX.
That was supposed to be mine. Ew.
Too bad. And
what?
He's going to be coming out soon. I think he's like in a DLC pack or something like that. I guess, Alex, if you want to stress on that now is the time before I move on.
I have nothing else.
Well, hold on. Just to add to that, Neither Realm Studios did a Combat Cast podcast today, showing some new features. There is a newality called a quitality. So if you rage quit in the game it will show it in a cinematic where the soul leaves the character and it just says quitality. So it's meant to glorify the winner. They're not gonna put you in like a jail or put you in another group, but you will basically be put on blast with this quitality.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Definitely a good, nice little touch.
Xbox puts you in that group though. Don't forget that, y'all. Xbox looks at those when you get rated by other players. They start, you a quitter or you're a cheater, they start pairing you up with the same kind of people, yo.
It's gonna be an endless bullshit, cycle with that. But what's another PSA I want to?
Me and Noop have one.
Go ahead.
I got one too, but go ahead.
For our folks that were looking for Ride, the developers of MotoGP decided to have their own IP with Ride, so they have a lot more control over that intellectual property. But it was supposed to be due out today, but apparently it's coming out next month. It got delayed a month. Not only that, the PlayStation 4 is the only system that's getting a demo of the game aside from Steam. So
also Steam is the only platform that is getting the special edition of the game, and the game costs $60 on consoles. It only costs $40 on Steam. The limited edition version on Steam comes with the season pass, the soundtrack, and the movie, and it costs $60, the same as the console version without all the extras. I'm done.
Now that movie, Why We Ride, for those of you who know me in my personal life, I love motorcycles. That movie is freaking awesome. And those who are getting Ride for the PC and getting that's a good deal. Good stuff. But that's all I got for PSAs.
Okay, Shinwar?
Yeah, just announced Street Fighter V may be playable at Nico Nico Kokagi 2015 Public Expo. Just quickly, it says at this year's Nico Nico Expo, Capcom will feature a Street Fighter V booth wherein they may be revealing new aspects of the game. Capcom posted a page with a list of games that will be featured. It promises special stage shows, new information, and playable demos. Though it does not clearly state specifically which games on the lineup will get this treatment. So that happens, the show starts on April 20th. The expo itself is held between April 25th and the 26th. So we may get some new information on Street Fighter V as of mid-April.
Good stuff. Now, thinking ahead, Comic-Con 2015.
Oh, yes.
I hope they have it.
Oh, they will.
Because if they do have it, we are gonna be in the building.
But you know how I know they're gonna have it? Because it's gonna be released next spring.
Yeah.
So they're definitely gonna be hitting the big events and conferences to put it out there. So we will be in the building covering that and having footage as well.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have a what is it? What the heck? What do they call it, Alex?
What, the panel, the booth? Or?
Yeah, the panels. They're gonna have a panel.
Yeah.
So.
All right, good stuff. All right, Nelson. Any any announcements for the website and the channel?
As of website updates, I can't really say anything because I've been MIA for some time, and like I said, I've been taking care of a lot of personal stuff with my life, so I don't have anything for the website or YouTube update. I guess you can say as of an update, Spring Fighter 2015 is happening on April 11th, I believe. And that's basically an annual event, if you guys don't know, over there by NYU. If you live in the Brooklyn, New York area by 2 Metro Tech, I think Plaza, I think it is. Can't really remember. And what's this guy's name? Seth Killian is making his return once again because he came last year with Alex Valle. This year he's coming with John Choi. So if you guys want to go, come spectate. I think they might be sold out already on Ultra Street Fighter 4 free tickets, but I know Marvel, Guilty Gear, and something that NYU is doing as of like a free tournament is still open. So that's an opportunity that you guys can like seize, and hopefully I can get some interview videos with both John Choi and Seth Killian.
Awesome. Nelson, go for it, man. That'd be great.
I'll try. And trying to see if there's any other PSA announcements.
That should be it, I guess.
Oh, the one that I told Alex about earlier. If you guys have Ultra Street Fighter 4 on Steam, they just released a netcode update if you guys are involved with the Steam beta. If you are not, please update so you can be on the Steam beta. Everything is on Event Hubs or SRK for you guys to look at. And once you do that, there's been a lot of written reviews and a lot of live players on Twitch and YouTube saying that the matchmaking of ranked and endless lobbies are 10 times better. Matches load up quicker, not much latency for a lot of people. Only people who still suffer from this if you have a very bad connection or, you know, you download a lot of porn.
What the heck?
And now I'm done.
All right, so new gaming order.
Oh wait, Alex, what about your your special announcement about a certain comic character?
All right. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna rush this one.
You want me to do the lead-in, or you want to do it?
I'm gonna
Do you guys want to do this as a separate topic?
Yeah. Let's. You know, this is gonna be. It's non-gaming related, so we're gonna end the official podcast, and then Nelson will do the local recording for that one topic thing.
Well, we're still gonna be streaming it, but it'll just be its own topic.
All right. So for our YouTube folks, yeah, go ahead.
No, because the internet is on fire about this. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of reports and comments. Like,
That's why I wanted to, you know. But okay, so for our YouTube folks, this is the end of the official podcast for 3/19/2015. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the 2 other segments. Thank you for checking us out here. Shout out to Full Screen, and make sure you check us out on newgamingorder.com. I reiterate, newgamingorder.com. And with that, we out like the Juggernaut bitch, and we'll see you next week, same time. Peace.
I was about to say, please don't say it. We're gonna be plugging them in more. I was like, please don't say it.
I don't have any more laughter left, yo.
Like,
I'm glad you got it out of your system. All right, so.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to queue up the next thing now.
All right, and then this is a separate special.
I forgot to mention something. I want everyone's opinion on one thing. I forgot to talk about it. It's on the Facebook page. Yo, the leveled up snobbiness, yo. These gamers who get leveled up but don't want to help other people get leveled up, yo.
Oh yeah.
I saw that actually. Yeah,
that's funny.
That's been happening for some time now.
Yeah,
that every game.
Yeah.
I know. I don't get it.
Some people are just assholes like that, you know. It's just.
Or you help someone level up and they never play the game again.
Yeah. That too. That's another thing that I ran into. That
happens quite a lot.
I ran into that issue with Destiny in its early stages. Helped someone grind out to level 20, fucking dipped.
Unbelievable.
Alright, I'm just trying to find like something to talk about. Actually, you know what I'll do? Instead of putting the YouTube videos up, I'll just get like a still shot of the TMT thing, and we'll go from there. Right.
Yeah, the director's cut is gonna be beefy this week. And you know what? People actually watch the director's cuts of the podcast.
They do. It's just it's not
as many.
It's not as frequent.
Alex, I found something for you. You should check out that link.
Okay, I'll check it out shortly.
Oh, there's actually 3 pictures that they show here.
Yeah. Man, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you know what, Alex? What's the name just put up a comment about it.
Who?
Jason from Event Hubs. He's like my childhood dreams are crushed. Really?
Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll address it.
I thought it was a joke, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? I was like, I might have to start reading this comic.
But in the original one, you know, Splinter died for good, right?
Hold on. Wait. That's the directors. But then the YouTube thing, it's all good.
It's not gonna really hinder. It's okay. What I'm doing now is basically I'm gonna like cancel out the site, and I'm gonna make a slideshow of
But you know what? Are we allowed to show that?
Yeah, we should be able to. It's made public. It's not like you know. It's not like a moving motion. It's not like we're. Trust me, you're fine. It's just a picture. Nothing can be
the
that
picture's
harmful.
Blasted all over the net anyway.
It can't be that harmful. Trust me. If that was the case, then we would have been, All right, let me just set this up real quickly so it comes as like a slideshow, so I don't have to touch it no more. I'll do it let's say every 40 seconds it'll turn. And we will not do randomize. Okay, and there we go. Okay, now I just gotta add them in its order that it mentioned. It had this first, then it had this second, and then it had this last. And cue it in. Whoa, that's real big. What the hell?
Okay. Yeah, I wish all these things weren't on the same time.
What, SmackDown?
Yeah.
I'll watch the Hulu version. I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah, I wanted to catch Bray Wyatt's promos.
I mean, you'll still be able to. It's not like it's going anywhere.
You see, because I try to do that like while I'm at work, but it's been getting busy as of late.
I can tell.
Alright.
Just give me a second. I'm almost done. I'm just trying to make it relevant so like the actual picture gets like actually shown and we're not blocking it. So I just rearranged a couple things. So that's good right there. Okay. Alright, perfect. Alright, let me leave the music on because that'll give it an easier thing. Alright.
And the Chinese store
Alex Meat,
is
really?
about to close.
And you can get other food.
That's what he wanted, though.
I do too, but I don't got no fucking money.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna make this quick then.
Alright, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
New gaming order. We are coming at you with a special, which had to be segregated from the main show. Is it in reference to the spoiler that was leaked out? Shout out to Toughnerd Toys LLC. Danae had a picture on Facebook that drew my attention while I was at work. And those of you, shout out to Brother Noble, me and him when we were growing up, were always like pretending to be like Ninja Turtles and all this other stuff in recess in the middle of the day and whatnot. And I grew up with the Ninja Turtles. Like that's when me and Shinmar went to Comic-Con, we had Michelangelo walking around like a chubby baby.
Unbelievable.
And everything. Got pictures with those guys in the suits. I mean, there's a sense of attachment with characters that you've just been seeing since a kid, as a kid, adolescence, and to adulthood. And it's something where today I saw Donatello on 3 different pages getting blown up by Bebop and Rocksteady, and his shell was crushed or cracked in a gruesome manner. It was pretty bloody, and it was like, okay, so the rumors running around that Donatello is dead. And it kind of gave me that same feeling that when I was watching Transformers Michael Bay, where what happened to Ironhide and Ratchet, like, what the hell? Like, you're killing off main people, So with that, I wasn't happy with it because it's just like, well, damn, it's just it was so gritty. So, I mean, the 1990s Ninja Turtles movie, which was a darker take on what I was used to in terms of Ninja TMNT, it was like it went further than that, and I was like, what the hell was this all about? But Shinwar and I were going back and forth. He called me at work, and I had to talk about this because the internet is buzzing about one of the turtles possibly dead, But I wanted to start off with Shinwar and then give everybody else a chance to chime in. What the hell were they thinking, Shinwar?
All right, so IDW is now publishing the new Ninja Turtle comics. Just to give you a quick background, this is a re-imaging of the origin story. So we all know that they were little pet turtles and they were mutated, but in this story they were actually all once human. Hamato Yoshi had 4 sons in feudal Japan. Hamato Yoshi was part of the Foot Clan, was betrayed by Oroku Saki, died and killed his sons as well. The sons got reincarnated into the Ninja Turtles, and Hamato Yoshi was reincarnated to Splinter. Now, bring you up to speed. There's a battle going on between the Foot Clan and the Krang from Dimension X. So Donatello took it upon himself to sneak off from his brothers and team up with the Foot Clan to stop Krang.
What?
Shredder said, "If you double cross me, Donatello, I will kill you." Fast forward ahead in yesterday's comic issue. Actually, in 43, the battle began, and Shredder and the Foot Clan are getting their butts whooped, and they're about to die. Right before the issue ends, Shredder contacts Bebop and Rocksteady and said, well, if I go, Donatello goes as well, basically, and was like, kill the turtle. Donatello was by himself because his brothers are on the island with the Foot Clan battling the Krang. So they ambush him, and they overpower him with their strength. Metalhead, the robotic cybernetic turtle, comes to his rescue, gets destroyed as well.
He gets his arm ripped off.
And they basically beat the crap out of him. And at the end of the issue, they show him bloody and cracked. But there's another page going around. Spoilers, Donatello is actually on life support and in a coma. But the websites are not showing that. They're just going off, hey, your favorite Ninja Turtle is dead. So
and they're riding that wave.
Yeah, it's clickbait.
They're riding that wave.
Yeah. You know, I'm not happy with that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, he can get beat up, but why did he go Triple H and pull the sledgehammer and crack his shell like that? And the angle at which they showed it, it was like, damn, that was gruesome, bro. Like,
yeah, they really did him in. I mean, this stuff, it's for kids, but then at the same time, it's an adult reading.
It's an adult reading now. Look, and it's like, now I was telling Shinwar, the way I feel is how Saban feels about that Power Ranger fandom, where, you know, people are getting killed and shot in the head, and you know, getting shot like The Departed, the Leonardo DiCaprio style, like messed up, man. Like, if you didn't see Departed, I didn't mean to spoil it, but see what happens to Leonardo DiCaprio. But
real quick before you pass it on, someone mentioned, I think is a King Kyle. He says, "Rest in peace, Donnie." Do you really think it's gonna last though? I mean, come on, it's just a comic book, and people are wondering if we could get a link to the 4th page. I honestly don't know.
I have it right here. I have the
okay,
page.
so
we'll put it in the YouTube link.
Hold on,
and
for our Twitch viewers, I'll get the link as soon as possible from Shinwar when he gives it to me on Skype or Facebook, and I'll put it in the chat. So we'll let the next person talk.
Send it to you right now, Nelson.
All right. So while the next person's talking, I will put the link, and I will see if I can maybe see the picture. If it is clickbait, whatever, but we'll try. But go ahead.
They know what they're doing with this, but I'm not happy because I'm attached to the Turtles, you know what I mean? And to see possibly one dead.
You're not a fan.
Look, man, not of the new stuff, because I'm used to like 1 or 2 reboots or the different, you know, because they just went into so many different directions. I got lost, you know. So I'll get caught up, but I'm just saying, man, that was.
But also the early 2000 comic, Splinter died of a heart attack. Oh, and they were without a master for that entire series run.
Well, I mean, okay, a heart attack, but he didn't get his head cut off, or you know what I mean. That's like, they just went too far. They could have knocked him into a coma without breaking his shell like that. But no, what are your thoughts?
Yo, I was like, I had to sit down, yo. I was at work when I saw that. I was like, because I'm just not used to seeing Turtles that gritty, but I'm like, well, comic book world tends to be,
right,
you know, a whole nother level. And it looks like they're still like really teenagers, you know what I mean? Like the cartoon series, if I'm not mistaken, they're not like the old mature ones that I grew up on. So it's kind of like you almost look at them as like a kid, yo. It's bad. If you had